Hey guys, welcome back to another lesson of price action trading. In this video, I'll be covering how to identify support and resistance lines. So these lines are very important, and the reason behind it is that support and resistance lines decide what kind of price action we can see next. A lot of times market is always repeating itself, and around these key level areas we can see what kind of price action can happen next. On every week, on every Sunday, I do this analysis over all the charts I want to trade in the week. And support and resistance is one of the primary pillars which I have said in one of my early lessons, and I use it for my analysis of what price can do next. So make sure you pay attention on how I am identifying the support and resistance levels. And I'll also tell you what kind of price action I look for to predict the market, right? This is very important. How I use the support and resistance levels, I'm going to teach you that as well in this video. So without wasting more time, let's get started. So first thing, we need to make sure we mark all of the swing highs and swing lows. What I mean by swing high and swing low is this is one of the swing lows. This is one of the swing lows. This area is one of the swing lows. So the obvious levels from which price rejected, right? The obvious level from which price rejected, you need to mark those lines. And then we adjust those lines to make sure we get a lot of touches. By a lot of touches, I mean the price in past has reacted from this areas. We need to make sure we have that. And that is how these support and resistance lines get its value, right? So let's get started. Our first line is this. So this, so these, also this. We have one this, right? So we don't need lines right here, but I'm just marking it for lesson purposes. And we don't need it because you can see all of these candle is weekly candles. So it's going to take months or maybe years to come back around this level. Let's mark this line as well. Yeah. So this is how we'll adjust this. One more here. Yeah. So we can see a touch right here. So even though this body has closed a little towards the downside, but there are many more touches here. We should use it. Else we can also do something like this. We mark this area and then we have another support and resistance, right? Let's mark it like that. Let's move this line here. Let's see if we can move this. Yeah. We are moving these lines to cover as many wicks and bodies rather than having, the highest point we are trying to cover and from where we can see a lot of rejections. And also we want multiple touches from it. We have a good, we don't see any price action for this, but we need to mark this level because this is one of the key levels from which you can see a lot of sellers were here. A lot of sellers were right here. And then when the price hit around this level, a big zone, the price reacted in a way that it changed the trend. Even on the weekly time frame, you can see the market went bullish from right here. And then the price never came back to this level. So it's one of the strongest support lines now. Okay, even though you don't see many touches, but this line, this key level area, made the price move in a way such that the price didn't came back to that level again. So imagine the kind of support or resistance these key level areas have. So next we have this line, right? We can see one, two touches right here. And then, yeah, so again, this is one of the swing lows. The price didn't came back here. I mean, first there was a support right here, and then when price give a deeper retracement, this price action was used to break the resistance the price was facing. You know, this pair was facing a lot of resistance around this area, and it was making it hit support. And at the end, this level made price reach deeper, break the support, And then this area, this key level area made the price break the resistance right here. So of course, this support is stronger than this one, even though you see a lot of touches here, but this key level area is stronger than this area because the resistance was broken here, right? So this is kind of a psychology behind support and resistance levels. Now we have another support and resistance, one, two, three, four, and many more touches. This is good. And then this area as well, one, two, three, four, five. This area is also good. We have another support resistance level right here, one, two. There is a third one right here, fourth one. This is a good level. Now we can mark this level as well from where we are currently seeing rejections, okay? But we have to see whether we have enough rejections around this area. So we can see one rejection right here. There is one right here, two, three, and consolidations here, which is kind of four. So yeah, it is a good area from where you can see rejections. But of course, it has not given a lot of movement right here, but we can see a lot of consolidation is happening. The price is trying to break out from this level, but it hasn't yet. So let's mark this. So what you need to do is, what I do for myself is I just call it something like this, weekly SR, and then you can save it as a template. I already have this marked as a template and I have it for different lines. So 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, and weekly. So you can just add text right here and save it as a template so that you can reuse it for all your future lines. Now what I do is I select all these lines and mark it weekly SR. I think we have one more line. Yeah. So we have a weekly support resistance lines and you can see the reason behind it now. There is a lot of touches on these lines, but on the daily time frame now you will see many more rejections than what we saw earlier on the weekly time frame. So right here we can see two rejections, right? Here we have one, two, when the price was trying to move up and when the price is trying to retest and then move up again. So it is used as a resistance as well as a support. So similarly, you'll see a lot of price action happening around these lines and on the daily time frame. Because those were weekly candles, that meant it had 5 days in it. Now, as these are daily candles, you will see many more touches on the same lines. So it is not like three, four, five touches. Now we have many more touches. And now we will draw daily support and resistance lines. And I try not to draw weekly so much because I want to keep my trades smaller. I like my trades to get closed in 2 3 days, and that's why I don't try to fall into analysis paralysis. But these are important levels, and when you go into lower time frames, and if you have taken a trade where there is a support or a resistance of weekly time frame, and your target is crossing that level, then of course your trade might rather hit a stop loss instead of continuing towards your target. So make sure you draw these lines because as a beginner, it is very important to have these levels in your chart. Once you are experienced, you can just check your trade whether you are around by your eyes. You don't need to draw these lines. You will just see whether there is a weekly SR around or not. If there is, you won't keep that target. So here we can see it's a clear level, one, two, three, and many more wick touches. I mean, I don't even have to adjust this so much. No adjustment at all is required right there. And then we have this level. Now there is this level. So you can use option H to mark this level. So I use option H on Mac to drop these lines where my cursor is. It's easier rather than going here and then dropping it. And now these two lines are enough for us because the price is going to take a lot of time to cross these levels. So these are enough. I'll just mark this as daily support and resistance. I hope you guys are able to understand this. Is you can see a lot of touch right here. Now you can draw many more lines. You can draw a line here and everything, but it should solve your purpose. You should try to use swing highs and swing lows as support resistance rather than too many lines. It's only going to give you analysis paralysis and you will not be able to take any trades at all then. So you need to make sure you mark lines which is used to completely flip the trades. For example, the price was kind of in a bullish trend right here, even though this is the larger trend, but the price has moved here and then it flipped in a really nice way. And from here as well, the price has rejected nicely. In this levels, even though the price has rejected from here, but it didn't break support, right? It just went up to continue this level. So these levels are important because the price is not breaking this level. This price is not breaking this level so easy. But this is easily broken. You can see it. It's easily broken multiple times, right? It meant nothing right here. It meant almost nothing. The price is right here and you can't see much of a price action happening here. So you don't mark this level. Even though you're seeing some touches, you don't mark this level. Now we have our daily support and resistance marked. And now what we do is we can see what kind of price action. Now I'll tell you how I predict what kind of movement I'll see in the market in the coming week. So the market is currently at this point, it's bullish on the daily time frame, of course, and the market is inside the weekly support and resistance level. Also to note, even though market tried a breakout, but it didn't happen. This is how you converse with yourself and try to understand what market is doing. Now, the magnet for the price to move around is this weekly line. You can see it rejected from right here, it rejected from right here. So what do you want to see in your trade? And you would look for a simple price action like this. These are daily candles, so it's fine to capture 3 days of price action. But there is a lot of consolidation, and it doesn't matter. I want to capture 1:2 or something like that. And as I'm not looking for, like, I'm not seeing this as a support. I want to make sure the price is changing its course, touching it here and changing its course from right here, from this point, from around this level. Maybe around it, the price might go around this level and then come back. And that is how I'll see the market. So I want the price action to go up and then come down, then I'll enter the trade. That is how I predict because there is a resistance right here, and this resistance has been used multiple times to reject. And the first target is this swing low, you know, this swing low. The first target for me would be around this level. The max target is this, of course, but I'll start partially closing my positions around this level. This will be the place I'll secure my position so that if the trade flips, I am already, making some kind of money here. So on lower time frames, what I do is now you can see there is a kind of support right here, even though you'll see a lot of touches, yes. And the reason we didn't mark it on the daily time frame is because now on the lower time frame, you will use it to get an entry. I hope you're getting this. You will use this support to get an entry. You will use it to see a break of this support line now, right? So we can see a clear support around this level, even though this was a much better level, but the price recently has made a support right here, right? So this is a good zone for us now. I hope you're getting this. Now, the exact price action, I'll tell you the exact price action I will look for to get into a trade. And I don't enter on 4-hour time frame. That's very rare. Until I see a very good price action, I will look for entries on a lower time frame. But what I want to see on 4-hour time frame is the price to do something like this. Right now, it's rejecting this level, right? I want it to reject this level as well. It is important because imagine the price broke this level, but it never touched this level. That means for me, the price has not taken the liquidity from right here to continue the movement. Right now, a lot of sellers came here, but there is now a lot more sellers around this level. This is why this is a liquidity area. Once the price broke this area, now the sellers are waiting to get into the trade, into a position mainly, and they are waiting right around this level. There will be sellers more above around these levels where the price action started, but this is now the key zone. They can also see this area is a good liquidity zone. So of course, a lot more sellers are now sitting right around this level. Now you don't want to be in a trade where the price has not rejected this level. So you want to make sure the price came here and then started moving. Now we can see there is a support line right here on 4-hour time frame. And why it is a support line, there is two touches, and also this is the swing low. And the price has been rejecting recently from this level. So you need to make sure this price is broken, because imagine if the price didn't break from right here and the price started moving back towards this side. We never know. So we need multiple confirmations from the price action for us to enter. So what you want to see right now is price action to do this, break this level. Now use this as a resistance. I hope you're getting this. You don't enter when this is done. You enter when there is a resistance. And you see a very good engulfing and a reversal pattern, something like that, right here. When you see that, and you see maybe if the price has just moved from, if it has moved till here, then I won't look for another breakout structure. But if it's a small breakout and then price breaks out again around this area, then I'll look an entry to sell from right here, from right here. If it's a larger movement till here, and if the price moves here and gives me a really good entry signal, like an engulfing which is eating around 2 or 3 candles of green, so what I'll do is I'll just enter around that position to sell, and my stop loss will be around here, so that we get a tighter stop loss and a good risk to reward. This is what we want in our trades. So imagine if we have something like that. Let's say we have a trade like this. We get an easy 1:2 on one of the liquidity levels. And if we are targeting a position right here, then a target till here, then I'll move my stop loss little above the swing highs. So you can see this is one of the levels, right, of rejection. So I'll just move my price a little distant to this place, right? So now I can target a level like this, where I can see a 1:4. Depends how greedy you are. So I am generally not greedy in terms of trading. I want to secure my positions. I want to make money. That's it. I don't want to be on the losing side. So anyway, if I want to be in a position like this big, I would enter with a larger stop loss, so that my position is very safe and secure in terms of liquidity levels. So I hope you're getting this and it's easy to understand. And this is how you mark support and resistance levels. And this is how you use smaller time frames to see price action. What kind of price action you will look for to enter your trade. Now, of course, this video is not enough to teach you all of the price actions, but as I'm teaching in every video what kind of price actions I'm looking for, in my Sunday analysis video, you see different type of price actions I'm looking for. That's also very important. Watch those videos. And I will continue making this kind of videos where you see different type of price actions, different type of thoughts behind each trades I look for. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you join my Telegram for the midweek updates. Okay. And I guess this is it. I'll just mark this line for our support and resistance level. And there will be more videos on support and resistance, because it's a deep concept and this is the root of price action trading: support, resistance, and trend lines. So I hope you like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.